Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai Vishveshvari Mata Ki Jai. We'll complete the rest of chapter 50. Now I am telling you the method of worship of the Durga Devi here. When anyone remembers Durga in this world, all his difficulties and troubles are removed. It is not seen that anybody does not remember Durga. She is the object of worship of all. She is the mother of all and the wonderful Shakti of Mahadeva. She is the presiding deity of the intellect, the buddhi of all, and she controls the hearts of all, and she removes the great difficulties and dangers of all. Therefore, she is named Durga. In this world, she is worshipped by all, whether a Vaishnava or a Shivite. She is the Mula Prakriti, and from her, the creation, preservation, and destruction of the universe proceed. O Narada, now I am saying the principal 9-lettered Durga mantra, the best of all mantras. Aim, Hrim, Klim, Chamundaye Vichye is the 9-lettered Bij mantra of Durga Devi. It is like a cup of a wish-fulfilling tree. One should worship this mantra by all means. Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva are the rishis of this mantra. Gayatri, Usnik, and Amutsuba are the Chandas. Mahalakshmi, Mahakal, and Saraswati are the Devatas. Rakta, Danika, Durga, and Brahmari are the Vijas. Nanda, Sakam, Badi, and Bhima are the Shaktis, and Dharma, virtue, Artha, wealth, and Kama, desires, are the places of application. Assign to the heart the rishi of the manas, and assign chandas to the mouth, and assign devata to the heart. Thou art holding in thy 10 hands, Then assign the Shakti to the right breast for the success, and assign the Vija to the left. Then perform the Sandanga Nyasa as follows. Aim, Hridaya Nama, Hrim Shriyasa Swaha, Klim Sigyami Yasa, Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Vichaya. Next, say, touching the corresponding parts of the body, Aim Namaha Sikhayam Hrim Nama on the right eye, Klim Nama on the left, Kam Nama, and on the right ear, Mum Naha on the left ear, Nedam Nama on the nostril, Rid Nama on the face, Krum Nama. And finally, Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Vichaya on the whole body. Then do the meditation thus. O Chandika, Om Chamundaye, thou art holding in thy 10 hands 10 weapons, the axe, the disc, the kapala, and the kaj. Thou art Mahakali, thou art 3-eyed, thou art decked with various ornaments, thou shinest like Lilajana, thou hast 10 faces and 10 feet. The lotus-born Brahma chanted hymns to thee for the destruction of Madhu and Katava. I bow down to thee. Thus one should meditate on Mahakali of the name of Kama Bija, the source whence will comes. When the dhyam of Mahalakshmi runs as follows. O Mahalakshmi, the destroyer of Mahishasura, thou holdest the garland of Aksa, a kind of seed, Purusha, Gada, arrows, thunderbolt, lotus bow, Kundika, a student's white water pot, a kamadal, Danda, Shakti, Asi, a sword. Thou art seated on the red lotus. Thou art of the nature of Mahabija, so obeisance to thee. Next comes the dhyan of Mahasaraswati as follows. O Mahasaraswati, thou holdest bell, pickaxe, plow, conch shell, club, bows, and arrows. The color is the kunda flower. Thou art the destroyer of Shumba and the other demons. Thou art the nature of Bani Bia, the source where knowledge and speech comes. Thy body is filled with everlasting existence, intelligence, and bliss, obeisance to thee. O Narada, now I'm going to say on the yantras of Mahasaraswati, listen. First draw a triangle, and inside 8-petaled lotus, having 24 leaves. Within this draw the house, then the yantra, and the sun. One should worship the Devi with oneness of heart. Next worship Nandaja, Raktadamba, Sakamba, Shiva, Durga, Bhima, and Bharamari. Then on the 8 petals, worship Brahmi, Maheshwari, Kumari, Vishnavi, Vihari, Nari, Simha, and Chamunda. Next, commencing from the leaf in from the Devi, worship on the 24 leaves, the various gods and goddesses. Next, on the corners, the gates of the yantra, Ganesh, Satapalas, Vatuka, and Yoginis are to be worshipped. Then on the outside of that, Indra and the other devas, furnished with weapons, are to be worshipped as per the foresaid rules. For the satisfaction of the world mother, various nice offerings and offerings like given by the royal personages are to be presented to the mother. Then the mantra is to be repeated, understanding its esoteric meanings. Then Saptasati Shrita, the Chandipath, is to be recited before the Devi. There is no other stotas like this in the 3 worlds. Thus Durga, the deity of the Devas, is to be appeased every day. He who does this gets within his easy reach Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, and the 4 main objects of human pursuits: virtue, wealth, enjoyments, and final beatitude. O Narada, thus I have described to you the method of worship of Devi Durga. People get by this all that they want. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and all the devas, Manus, Munis, the yogis full of knowledge, and Lakshmi and the other devas all meditate on Mother Durga. One's birth is attained with success at the remembrance of Durga. The 14 Manus have got their Manuship, and the Devas their own rights by meditating on the lotus feet of Mother Durga. O Narada, thus I have described to you the very hidden histories of the 5 Prakritis and their parts. Then verily the 4 objects of human pursuits, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, are obtained by hearing this. He who has no sons gets sons. He who has no learning gets learning. Whoever wants anything gets that what he wants. The Devi Jagadatri becomes certainly pleased with him who reads with his mind concentrated on this for 9 nights before the Devi. The Devi becomes obedient to him who daily reads 1 chapter of the 9th skanda, and the reader also does what is acceptable to the Devi. To ascertain beforehand what effects, merits, or desires would accrue from reading the Bhagavata, it is necessary, by examining through the hands of a young girl or a Brahmin child, the auspicious or inauspicious signs. Here ends the 50th chapter of the 9th book on the glory of Shakti in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Veda Vyasa. Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Vishveshwari Mata ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai.